Hey you guys, so happy March. It's a new month, okay? I have been in a void, right? In my bubble, connecting with people close to me, like only focusing on that for real. Felt like I've been in like this space of recovery after uh doing so much healing work for myself over I don't know, enough years, okay? So yes, been doing that and gathering ideas, and yeah, it's a new month, and February has come and gone, and was also just in this space of feeling like, especially towards the end, like I just need to be here, right? Be present with myself and the people that I love, right? And sharing my happiness with them and my love with them, So yes, we are about to go ahead and get into doing all of the new things that I mentioned in previous videos. Really old but new, right? So um, today I am going to pull a few cards on this March energy and see where we at with it. What is it sharing with us, showing us, like what messages are we receiving from our spirit team and everything like that. And as of today, there is a discount on the site of everything on the site. It's a 35% discount. This is my birth month and I turned 35 this year. So, yes, I am sharing this discount with you all until March 30th, which is my birthday. Okay, so right now it's Friday, so Venus Day blessings. Okay, I am going to pull a few cards, just see what's going on. Today, the moon is in Sagittarius, the sun is in Pisces, right? So it's a lot of movement going on, taking place. Oh, my brother is a Pisces sun, Sagittarius moon, so it's a very kind of joyful, loving energy. That's what I get when I think of him. So yes, let's go ahead. Oh, and wanting to have a good time, fun energy. So we're going to go ahead and get into these messages. Is there anything else I wanted to share before? I think that was it. I do have some new things that I'm working on that will be available come summertime. Don't forget to sign up for the dream work class that's happening on the 22nd. Because we will get into our shadow work classes in the spring, okay? And that's another thing. It's like, so we're still in that winter season. This is the season of the darkness, and it's really important for us to not really get lost in the darkness, right? Because then we deny ourselves joy, we deny ourselves the light that is us, right? The light is always there, right? Being in that void space, it'll show you that you don't have to seek the light outside of you because it is always within you, right? Granted, you do go into the darkness to see clear, to see that of yourself clear, but you do not necessarily need to find it through another person or another thing, another tool, another however, and I really hope that these shadow classes, these shadow work classes help you see that within yourself, that it's all in you already. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into pulling these cards for March. So what is going on in March? I haven't really looked into any astrology. I haven't pulled up any astrology charts when it comes to March. We do have a Pisces new moon happening on the 10th. And then we have a Libra full moon happening on the 28th, I believe. So with those placements, you might want to take a look into your astrology chart to see where that is happening for you. We can really experience, especially during new moon in Pisces, like a lot of things are going to be being revealed for us, being seen very clearly, right? Because Pisces is where things are hidden, but it a lot of times is hidden on an aspect of like past life, Akashic energy. This can also be hidden in reference to subconscious energy as well, like within us, seeing ourselves clearly, right? Seeing and connecting with our genius clearly. Pisces is definitely that teetering position between insanity and genius, you know. So it represents mental institutions, right? um and it also so there is a lot of martyrdom in the energy of Pisces. They are those ones that will sacrifice things for themselves, in order for other people to strive, survive, and feel loved, right? Because it's all about that unconditional love energy. They don't necessarily need that reciprocity when it comes to things, but they will eventually see. That doesn't mean that it doesn't get worn out, right? Um, and it's recognizing, I see us recognizing that, because what else is going on in the stars? We have Uranus and what, Jupiter still in Taurus. So those two energies will be sextiling each other. I'm not exactly sure what degree the moon is going to be at. What else is there? Venus is in Aquarius, I believe, right now with Mars. Is it Saturn is in Pisces as well? So seeing what work it is that we're needing to do, need to take care of, like how we needing to take care of ourselves, where we've been kind of slacking on our responsibility, like where have we been alluded to what it is that's actually needing to take place, needing to be done, like how it is that we're needing to get grounded within ourselves, what is going to be required in order to build, right? Because Saturn in Pisces, the Saturn energy is not as uh, forward. It's not as, I don't want to say forward. It isn't as restrictive. That's the word. It isn't as restrictive. It makes it a little bit easier to make things happen. And to, why am I'm getting all these notifications. Yeah, we may be getting notified about a lot of things, especially in regards to our stability. And this may be wanting to really pay attention to our dreams around this time. Granted, when the sun, when we have that full moon in Libra, will be in Aquarius, Aries season, right? So things will be moving forward. That, in a sense, will be a big reveal on partnerships and connections, contracts, things like that, justice. There may be something in reference to the self that's being illuminated when it comes to how it is that we've been showing up in relationships that haven't been necessarily working for the relationship, right? It's not benefiting us and it's not benefiting them, whether that is in work matters, love matters, platonic, friendship matters, however, you know. And there can even be things like, say for instance, you had some type of court case going on, or around that time, things maybe you may be finding things working in your favor, right? Or you may be learning something that you need to let go of out of the fact that how you've been handling things within the means of the relationship, it has not been working in anybody's favor, not yours, not anyone's, right? So the scales are being balanced, karma is being had, right? Clarity is coming, because Libra wants to know, it needs to know the thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull these cards when it comes to this month of March, and see what would you all like for us to know. What is the energy for March for us? For March. And look at that. We have balance, right? So this is us, this is things coming into balance for us, feeling this sense of peace, this sense of grace, this sense of beauty, okay? This is recognizing the opposite of the other. Whatever it is that we have been experiencing in one regard, we will begin to experience the other opposite of that, right? So if we've been in a space of like struggle, severity, we're coming out of that. If we have been in this space of receiving the mercy, right, that we've been needing from our past struggles, right, we may be seeing the opposite of that. Some of us will be on the middle path, right, feeling grace, feeling connecting from a space of beauty, like, just really feeling at peace, feeling at home. This may be a good month for us to really get into any type of meditative states, any type of practice, I should say, that's going to support balance within our world, right? Maybe we are needing to balance what we know versus how we feel. Maybe we've been acting on our feelings a lot, and it's time for us to be more logical. Maybe we've been way too logical, and it's time to and been psyching, right? Psyching ourselves out of things, and it's time to focus more on heart-based efforts. Maybe we've been too negative. Maybe we've been overly bypassingly positive, right? And needing to see the fullness of what something is, right? And or needing to build even a better relationship with ourselves, right? Especially come that Libra full moon, that'll really, lots of messages here. We not pulling on cards. We gonna keep going. Really feeling, what was I about to say? It must not be important, so we're gonna keep going. So let's see. What we're unaware of is the magic carpet ride, right? So things are about to, right? So it's like they are wanting me to, before I move any further, Holy Spirit, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, thank you. Deliver us, allow us the messages it is that we're needing for this month of March. Allow me to be a bridge to channel these messages properly. Okay, I didn't say that before. So the magic carpet ride. So it seems like what we're unaware of, we're unaware of that things are flowing and going in our favor, and it is meant for us to trust the process, right? This can also speak about some of us trying to control, or maybe things just not working out for some of us in a way that we thought it was going to, right? And that comes from, I don't know, I keep hearing user when it comes to that energy, right? So those who have been kind of in this benevolent kind of space, maybe there had been some like trickery in reference to the benevolence, in reference to the good things coming, like things going in our favor, going with the flow. And if you've been again on the opposite side of that, like and wherever this energy is in your life where you're experiencing that, like things are about to just, it's about to be a good ride, it's about to be a good time, like a lot of love, a lot of maybe even feeling a sense of freedom, right? But it seems like those who have been on the opposite end of that, like, because the magic carpet ride can be making things seem one way that it's not, right? So think about Aladdin. Aladdin was not, he wasn't who it is that he was really presenting himself as, and although his heart was true, he was still operating in some form of trickery. We can look at it that way, right? And if there has been some, maybe you've been dealing with someone, right? Because I feel like you're watching this video, I feel like those coming into this sphere are not people who have been trying to trick someone out of something. Maybe you've been dealing with people like that, but maybe you have, right? And you're going to have to face that. You're going to have to deal with that. So let's see. What else do we have here? Yeah, so the awareness is coming forth through the road, right? We're coming into, because awareness will come of this magic carpet ride. So it's like knowing that you're on the right path it is that you're on. Or you may not necessarily see where it is that you're going. You may not necessarily know. Maybe this is a road that you've never taken, a road that you're you've never known anyone close to you, familial type thing, and you've just been unsure, right? Not sure if this is the direction path that you should be taking, and you're going to learn, like, excuse me, yes, it is. You're on the right path. You're doing what it is that you need to do. The sun is just a ride away, right? A step away, right? We may be coming into this revelation at the full moon this month during Aries season. Okay, so let's see, what other messages do we have here? What other messages do we have for March? Good Lord. I'm not taking all these cards. So what needs to be let go of this month is the elder. So with this coming up in the elder of what needs to let go of, this is about bitterness. This is about like that bitter feminine energy, that nastiness, that this may just be leaving. You may not necessarily even have to think about it. Maybe walking away from these types of energies, maybe walking away from not trusting, not being loving and nurturing and comforting, like getting away from that aspect, whether that's in the self or of someone you are associating with, dealing with, right? Because we can, with this being a reading, right? This can be the feminine energy in a man, right? Maybe there was something that he experienced in reference to his mother figures, right? Elders, and in some way that has manifested within, even this can even be that expression within a woman too, so it's, take it how it resonates for real. What does that mean for you? And really, what will that look like after you let go of that energy, and really letting go that hardship energy, that hardship feeling, right? Because the elder, right, in the letting go space speaks about learning to be okay with the self, with the growth, the aging of one, the wisdom it is that you've gained, right? It's like taking your triumphs and turning them into wisdom, no longer in a sense being this victim and seeing yourself as less than, for real, less than. So let's see what else is here. What other messages do we have here? Yeah, so the advice for November, I don't know what's happening in November. Maybe there's something going on in November. I don't know. What's that? Scorpio and Sagittarius season. Anywho, so the advice is essence, and essence coming out here is really speaking to recognizing the subtle energy that flows throughout everything it is that you touch, everything it is that you do, right? How it is that that's expressing. Okay, so with that letting go of the elder coming out, it's like making sure that the essence that flows through what it is that you experience, what you live, how you go about connecting with people, that it's one that's loving, that's nurturing, right? This may also be speaking about paying attention to the essence of others, right? And where that's stemming from. How does that feel to you? Literally, like, how does it feel to you when you connect with someone? Does it make you constrict? Does it make you shudder? Does it make you feel, you know, less than, in a sense? Or does it make you feel like you're blooming, like you're blossoming, right? That it's fragrant, that it leaves a type of aroma that's like Wow, I love that kind of thing, or is it leaving a bad taste in your mouth? So also recognize where this is in your own life, um, and how that's feeling, right? With who you're interacting with, who you're connecting with. It's like March is a month of being very honest with ourselves about how people, how what we're building, what we're growing, how we are interacting, how that makes us feel, right? And recognizing that that feeling is what that thing is filled with. Like that is the essence of it. Okay, so because when you do a thing one way, you're doing everything in that way. And it needs to come from a balanced space. A balanced space. The energy of the month. Finding our balance. Finding our balance. So what's the possible outcome of March here? Possible outcome from March. So we have girl. And so girl, this is about innocence, but this is about kindness and loving and, letting go of that bitter, dark elder energy and coming into this very sweet, graceful, youthful kind of energy. Even this is also speaking about tapping into gifts that we may not necessarily be aware of, right? Different ways that we can express ourselves in a sweet and loving way. Some of us may even be recognizing where it is that we've been kind of naive to uh, anything, right? Like, or just continuing to push forward when we know that we need to stop, like, and not paying attention, like turning a blind eye to something. And with that, that really speaks about that magic carpet ride with the unawareness, right? So we have the correspondence. It's that something about the how we've been feeling that we've been ignoring, right? Or something, learning something about ourselves that um, we have been having an inkling of, but haven't really been feeling it. It's like the essence, right? That subtle energy in that coming forward fully, but in a way that is not tainted with ignorance. Ignorance is the best word. So, what other messages do you have for us here for the month of March? What other messages are here for the month of March? Soul forgiveness, yeah. So we have some soul retrieval happening here in the month of March, really getting back to oneself, forgiving ourselves and forgiving others, allowing people to offering grace, right? Where we want to give something else, you know. So it's really a space of coming back to oneself, really coming back to that inner child energy, like the balance of that masculine and feminine energies within, and really being able to, connect with oneself from there. What else is here? Yeah, priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Right? So this is recognizing where it is that you are the leader within your life, right? And listening to those subtle cues, paying attention to what it is that we are being guided towards, right? And learning how to trust, learning how to have faith in what it is that is being done, right? That you do, how that feels again, right? Trusting that intuition. Okay, what else? Yeah, and we have Pleiades here, so channeling and what is this? Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So it's like receiving the messages and sharing that. It's giving very humanitarian vibes, recognizing what it is that a collective needs and offering that, giving more of that. So maybe you have been putting that to the wayside. Maybe there's something that you have been recognizing that that your family needs, right? Or that maybe you are work in service, whether that is in a spiritual sense or just, maybe you do hair, okay? Maybe you do nails. I don't know. Maybe you have a food business, right? And you see that. the service it is that you offer. There's been something that you've been wanting to give that you haven't been, and you are now beginning to be like, okay, and this is even within yourself, right? Like you've been telling yourself, I need this, and you haven't been doing that for yourself. And here you are, because at the bottom we have radical rebirth. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot cards and see what it's giving. What other messages do you have for us here? What other messages do you have for us for this month of March? What else would you like for us to know? What other messages would you like for us to know for the month of March? Yeah, so we have Son of Sticks. So definitely something new, some type of new enterprise, some type of new action, forward movement, things moving swiftly and quickly. This is also recognizing that you are protected in what it is that you're doing, how you're going about doing this. 6 months from now, maybe. What's 6 months from March? April, May, June. Oh, it's September. So maybe things, what you're starting now will start coming into fruition. Right? It's something about the full moon, right? Because September, we go into the fall and we start Libra season. So during that Libra new moon, that may be the beginning of this. So we're starting something here in March, and come Libra season, everything is like fully rolling, fully going. But aside from that, this is also a transformation of sorts, right? Really moving forward in a way, like it's an unknowing kind of way. We're not necessarily sure, but okay with the fact that we don't know. Still trusting, right? Following the spirit within, the spirit that we are connected with in the direction it is that we are going and moving. Yeah, we have John Horse. So this is Emperor energy. This is Aries energy. Yeah, a lot of fire energy. So things moving swiftly. You may need to be making sure that you have the right people working with you. You may need some further guidance in what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're needing to actually take some classes, learn from someone who is doing what you do, even if that's just like watching a video on things, like research and studying, things like that, really connecting with the self even. In recognizing your agency, your authority. How are you leading? How are you governing the people of the state? Kind of thing. Even that, again, it's just your family. And so it's like, what does it mean for you to sit on your throne? Either way, that is the direction it is that you're moving into. And things are moving fairly quickly. And it's like a month of doing, a month of success even. What else is here? Yeah. And so we may find ourselves as well planning a lot of celebrations. We have the 3 of baskets here, 2 of sticks, maybe even some new partnerships to work with that feel really good to us. Maybe we gathering, maybe traveling even to something that feels good for you, right? That is healing, something that is something in groups, something with women, right? This can even be just something that, what is it? Not necessarily triggers that inner child, but it really, those feel good vibes. I can't think of the word right now, what I wanted to say. It's not even what I wanted to say. It's like, you have the word on the tip of your tongue, but you can't say it. It's one of those things. So, just really enjoying, choosing to do a lot more things that make you feel good. You may be traveling to see family even during the month of March. Just a lot of celebrations, right? A lot of feel good energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of fire energy, and yeah, and then we have courting at the bottom. So having the right relationships, your relationships may be taking a radical change. Your love relationships, your partnerships, the people that you work with. You may be coming into a new job in March even. communicating and connecting with the right people it is that you're needing to connect with in order to get you to where you're going on the road. You know, the road it is that you're on, in the right space, in the right time, in the right place, with the right people. What are the messages? I'm gonna pull 2 more cards and we're gonna close this out. What else do we have here? This is much longer than I imagined. So we have Aletheia here. And Aletheia, this is about the truth. So the truth will be revealed, right? This is a month of truth. This is us seeing things very clearly when it comes to what is what, who is who, where we going, where we should be and should not be, right? I'll read that card in a second. Things are not always black and white. And then the temple. All right, so the temple is about honoring oneself, honoring your body, taking care of yourself, learning the truth. There could be some truth being learned about your health. Even at the bottom, we have the mystic. So maybe moving. Not. I mean, some of you could be moving, like moving home. But this is also speaking a lot about moving from one state into another, right? Recognizing what is what, right? Always being willing to accept the truth, those truths that we may not want to hear, those truths that are necessary and needed. Hold on. That's the wrong card. What is this? Okay. Yes, so it says here, Aletheia, truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. So in the light, this is clarity, revelation, disclosure. Ew. In the darkest distortions, gaslighting, and excuses. Okay, so make sure that you're acknowledging the truth for what it is. All right, and don't be making excuses for how you're not taking care of yourself and doing what it is that you're needing to do. All right, the temple is about worship and what it is that we worship, how we spending our time, okay, and what we are giving our energy to. Are we focusing for real on what's necessary? The temple is the sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensually kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This call is a is this card is a call to re-examine to what you pay homage to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Your phone, money, material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising offered to the heavens. In the light, it's reverence for all, and life is a sanctuary. When in the dark, is idolatry, cults, strict spirituality. Right, so it's really important that we be honest about what it is that we're honoring. Do we see ourselves as sacred, right? Do we see our relationships as sacred? Do we see the work it is that we do as sacred, right? Do we see the love that we have to give, the love that we receive? Do we see that as sacred? The relationship with our children, our spouses, all of those things, our mothers, our fathers, right? What can we learn differently? Maybe there is some ancestral work that's asking to come here, especially with this growth here, right? And then the temple, the altar, the shrine. All right. So what you got on your altar? What do you spend most of your time on? Be honest with yourself. Don't make excuses to escape, right? And put something else on there. Give it a chance, right? So that we can stop avoiding, right? That outcome card was the girl, so that we can stop avoiding and just turning a blind eye to things that truly need our attention, okay, you guys? So I hope y'all have a wonderful March. I will see y'all very soon. And yes, that's all for now.